All right, thanks for everybody coming today. I've got Sebastian Moss with me here. We're about to start our spring season. We leave Friday. We're going to Jacksonville, Florida. We've spent the last 2 weekends in Florida preparing. It's better than the weather here. It's been really cold. So we're fortunate enough to be able to go down there and spend some time practicing in the warm weather, getting used to the Bermuda grass, which we don't have a lot of here. It's very different. Most of our spring season will be played on Bermuda grass, and so we start at Jacksonville, and we go to Palm Springs for the second tournament in California 2 weeks later, and then we come back to the East Coast and we do Myrtle Beach and back to Jacksonville again, and then we go to Texas, and then conference this year is at Charlotte Country Club. So we're excited that it's a little closer to home this year, probably drivable. Looking forward to that golf course. It's a very good golf course. As far as the fall season goes, we are pretty young. We started 3 guys in a lineup that had never played a Division I college tournament. So 3 out of 5 is a lot. We did return Sebastian Moss and Max Kennedy, and they both had really good falls. Sebastian played extremely well, winning twice. First time ever in program history for a Louisville golfer to win twice in the fall season, much less, I think, in any season. And so he had a great fall. He's currently ranked 12th in the new NCAA rankings that just came out this last week. Looking forward to the spring. These guys have been working their tails off. Sebastian's really worked hard. Max is his senior year, and he's really looking in on a good note. The new guys have really started to develop well. Cooper Claycomb, Clay Pendergrass, and Easton Johnson are the remaining 3 of our lineup that'll be traveling this week, and they traveled most of the fall. We had some ins and outs there, but they developed really nicely. They're really maturing well. I'm really pleased with the progress that a couple of them have been making. They're growing up fast, and that's hard to do in college golf. So,
Ryan, when you have, you had a fall where you had some inexperience, but you had a couple wins, you've had a couple high finishes in that. The expectations have to be pretty high going into this spring, are they not?
yeah, I'd say so. I try to tell our guys, I don't have expectations in tournaments. I have it in practice. I really expect them to work their butts off in practice and achieve what we want to achieve. And when we get to tournaments, we'll just go out there and we'll do what we do, and we'll see how it pans out. But I do think we're set up for have a good spring. I think we're set up to have a good postseason, and we'll kind of see where it goes. The ACC is really strong this year. It'll be even stronger next year since we added Stanford, Cal, and SMU, all 3 really good golf programs.
Sebastian, kind of talk about your fall and what you kind of went through and how what you've done maybe to tinker with stuff and gotten a little bit better from the fall until now and your expectations for yourself.
Yeah, we had a busy fall, played a lot of tournaments back to back, and so I took first some time to just kind of reflect and make some notes of what went well and how I can replicate that this spring. So just trying to build off that, and I think we've worked hard the last 2 trips we've taken in the good weather. We've had fun, and I don't see any reason why we can't build off and have a better spring than fall.
When you won the 2 tournaments and become the first player to do that, what now kind of your mindset? It's been obviously from fall to spring, but do you go into tournaments more confident after you get 1 win and then get a second win? Do you go in with a little more swagger?
Yeah, I think it's when it opens the floodgates. So once you do it once, it's possible and you know how to do it. So you just continue to build off that, and then it just all seems like it falls into place a little bit easier.
Ryan, is it a lineup that will fluctuate at all, do you feel like, or is it kind of set?
I think there's always going to be fluctuation in there. To be honest, as a coach, I hope it's set because I like to have that consistency with the guys, but I don't think that ever is the case. I think there'll be a little fluctuation towards the back end of the lineup. I think it's if you can get the younger guys to start pushing those older guys, then you really are getting better.
Kind of a general question for you, and then maybe for Sebastian. I don't know if you know him. And when an amateur wins a PGA Tour event, and it's going to draw attention, probably more so to college golf and the I mean, especially if he does come and play in, some tournaments and all that. What does that do for the game? What does that do for the college game? Do you feel like?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, Nick Dunlap's win was certainly a big deal. 31 years since Phil Mickelson won. Great player. I think it explains, and it's kind of just proof of why we needed the PGA Tour University set up, which is a big deal for guys that now graduate and they have a place to go play and they have status right away. Before it wasn't like that. They had to go out and earn their way through Q school. There's just so many good golfers now in college, and it's a lot deeper now where you can have guys that can. I don't expect anything like that to happen every week, but certainly they can contend out there. And so I think it's just reassuring and showing that there are players in college golf that can hang out there on the PGA Tour and actually win. I'm glad he won. I hope he turns pro tomorrow. I don't want to deal with him at Alabama anymore. That's great. He's a great player. But there's more guys just like him. I mean, Sebastian's just like him. He could win next week on the PGA Tour if he was in an event. He could also miss the cut. It's just kind of, how golf is. But it's showing that our sport is better than it's ever been. And with the PGA Tour U, it's kind of set it up for success for everybody to stay in school. This is just a one-off case where a guy actually won the golf tournament. So,
Sebastian, kind of your thought. I mean, do you know him at all? Have you played in around with him yet? I guess, or and your thoughts on when he did win?
Yeah, I've played with him a handful of times and played with him in tournaments many times. He's always been a really good player, but I don't think the gap between us at the top and the pros is that big anymore. I mean, anyone can win on any given day or given week, so I think it showed. We were all on the plane flying back, and we were all cheering for him, and I think it really shows us that it doesn't seem as far away as some of us might think.
Ryan, what does it take for you guys? I think you've been to 5 regionals in a row. What's it take? I know it's a long way away, and there's a lot between now and then, but what will it take for this group to make it to a regional and then make some noise?
Yeah, we've been fortunate enough to been 5 in a row. I mean, I think that's the standard now. I'd like to say our standard now would be making the national championship. That's kind of what we're trying to move to. We haven't been back since my first year here, where we finished 9th. But, it's just working together as a team and doing what we do. If we go and take care of business and handle ourselves in practice like we're supposed to every day, we're going to make the regional championship. We really have our goals set on the conference championship and getting to nationals. That's kind of, I think, what I've set the guys' minds towards, and that's what our goals are. The conference championship will be really fun. It's really good. We have the best conference in the country. It's been like that for the last couple of years for men's golf, and I think it's not going to change in the future. So, getting these guys' confidence levels up. Confidence is everything, almost in every sport. If we can continue to build confidence every day and kind of gain momentum, I think we'll be right in a good spot when we get to the conference championship and then regionals and nationals. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.